Okay. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all the honors, the praises, the glory belongs to Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wahavaka Kwadash. Honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit and to the hopeful elect across the globe. And to the few, I mean the very few brothers and sisters that are listening and learning in hopes of being saved within these last days, because we're living in the last days of the last days. We're truly living in the last days of the last days. Relax. Don't react. Stay calm. Yahushua got everything covered. Everything. You remember who's in control at all times. Right? I'm feeling lighter in the flesh as well. I'm feeling lighter in the flesh. All that witchcraft is kind of breaking off us now. All them spells, it's breaking off us. You feel it. You feel lighter. This is why you got to be in the well. Let's go to this. We're going to go to Psalms 94. And we're going to jump straight to this, Baba Kashar. Verse 1. O Lord Yahushua, to whom vengeance belongs. We don't need to avenge ourselves. We don't need to avenge ourselves. All right? It says, who vengeance belongs. We don't need to do nothing in terms of vengeance. Because Yahushua he's taking care of that. All right? O power to whom vengeance belongs, shine forth. Rise up, O judge of the earth. Render punishment to the proud. This is a psalm of David. Render, give to the proud their worthy punishment. So if you're proud, there's going to be a worthy rendered punishment to those that are proudful. How long will the wicked triumph? It seems like they're triumphing. How long will the wicked triumph? How long are they going to want to be wicked? Right? It seems like they're winning, right? It seems like that. We're going to go to Job, then we're going to go back to Psalms. Let's go to Job. Check this out. How long should the wicked continue? Let's go to Job 21. You got people losing their marbles. As soon as brothers come out here to teach, people are actually manifesting. Manifesting. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Literally manifesting. You got people that they can't even have a football match without manifesting. Let's go to Job 22. Oh, check this out. They can't even have a football match without manifesting. Right? So we're gonna continue with this. Check this out. And yeah, you're gonna have a lot of kickback when you're teaching this truth. A lot of kickback. And guess where that kickback's coming from? The dark forces. There's dark forces out here. And you're gonna get a lot of kickback from them forces. But you have to maintain. So where was I going to, Baba Kishar? Check this out. So it does say, how long will the wicked triumph? So they're triumphing, but not forever. Right? They're not gonna be triumphing forever. That's only a small, short time. And I can't find it right now, but it says about the wicked, the triumphing of the wicked is short. So those that are triumphing, that is only for a short moment, as the scriptures say. Right? It's for a short time. It's not forever. That's why, guess what you got to do? Remain faithful. Until a lot of people say the bitter end. It's not a bitter end. It's not bitter. Listen, we're nearly out of here. Brothers, we're nearly out of here. The prophecies, so many things are happening. We're in exciting times right now. Exciting. Look at the whole pedophilia scandals now. We call it Pizzagate. Look at that. Bro, I spoke about that last year. And it's coming to pass this year. So what else? More's coming out. Bro, there's pictures. There's photos, bro. And don't just look at Epstein. This is a whole world system. You're finding out celebrities were getting bent over and all that. Bro, so many different things. Right? They've all got dirt on each other. You got 50 getting at who is it? Diddy, and you have Nicki Minaj getting up Beyonce, and there's just so much stuff happening. There's so much stuff. This is like a world system. In order to get up in this society, you have to partake in rituals, satanic rituals, dark stuff. Don't be surprised if you hear about these football clubs. Don't be surprised if you hear about football clubs participating in the same thing. There was an article, this was when I was younger, about Alex Ferguson, I don't know, having his way with some of the men. That also happens in football as well. It's a big thing in football, right? You run in a boys' club, a football club, and then you bending this boy over in the toilets. All these things are gonna come out. All these things, bro. You can't just look at Epstein and think, oh, that's a distraction. That's a distraction. Talking about some Epstein, all right? And I believe the man's still alive. He's still alive, Marcus Shaw. So listen, let's stay focused. It says this, Baba Kushar, the man's still alive. Right? Let's go to Psalms 93, 94. They utter speech, speak insolent things. All the workers of iniquity boast in themselves. These are the workers of iniquity. And they boast in themselves. They have a group. This is like a group thing. So they're all trying to look after each other. Damage control. Oh, how can we damage control him? He's speaking too much truth. Let's see if we can gaslight him all the way until he gets home. Then we're going to use his tenants and we're going to use his neighbors. You can't stop this. You can't stop the word of truth. All the workers of iniquity boast in themselves. They're not boasting in the Lord. Now they're going to send people to walk past me. Just to try to agitate me. But we're not going to give in to that. We're not going to do that. We're going to stay. We're going to stay in the secret place of the Most High. We're going to abide under the secret place of the Most High. And it says, they break in pieces your people, O Lord. They do this through the system. Once they have you in the system, bro, they can do, listen, bro, they can mess you up. That's why you got to try and get out of the system, man. And it says, afflict your heritage, and they slay the widow and stranger. This is what they did, slaying the widow and stranger. But then they're bringing these migrants into the UK, right? Then they bring the migrants into the UK, then they start complaining about them. Oh, we got too many migrants. You're flipping bringing them in. Then they start bringing out articles. Oh, well, they're sexually assaulting women. But you're bringing them in. This is why you're going to see more crime on the rise. And it ain't just going to be from migrants. But yeah, listen, you're going to see more crime. Crime is tripling. It's doubling. Right? I think 2 men lost their life in Croydon. So crime is on the rise now. Lawlessness. Lawlessness is here. The mystery of lawlessness is here. And the murder of the fatherless. Yet they say the Lord does not see. And this is done by ABC groups. That a lot of these people, guess what? They've taken deals now. You got people selling out left, right, and center, taking deals, selling people out for chump change. Not even for much money, for chump change. Nor does the God of Jacob understand. So they think the Lord Yahushua doesn't see. Understand ye senseless among the people. We want you to understand. You senseless. Among the fools, among the people, and you fools. When will you be wise? When are you going to be wise? When are you going to be wise? We're giving you the scriptures to be wise. This, I'm telling you, this can make you wise. Pick it up. It's the Bible. And I don't want to let you going to say, oh, not that Bible again. Yes, the good book. Pick it up. It will change your life. I'm telling you, it will change your whole view on life. People don't want to deal with reality. This is why they come up against us so hard. They don't want to deal with the truth. Because if they did, guess what they'd have to do? They'd have to make them life changes. But they don't want to. So they'd rather bury their head in the sand. But then there's going to be a time where you have to take your head out of the sand. Come on, let's deal with reality. Let's deal with truth, man. Let's stop acting delusional. Stop that. He who planted the air, shall he not hear? Who planted your ear? The Heavenly Father. He who formed the eyes, shall he not see? Who formed your eyes? The Father. So can he not see what you're doing, even what you're thinking? The Lord knows your thoughts. He who instructs a nation, shall he not correct? He who teaches man knowledge, the Lord knows, Yahweh knows the thoughts of man. You know he knows your thoughts, right? Even before you think it. But they are futile. So even people that want to have counsel against you, counsels, manipulation, your thoughts are futile. Futile means useless. Because if you fight against one of the men of the Lord, that means you're fighting against Yahweh Shai. This is what people ignorantly don't understand. You might look at man and you might look at man a certain way. Well, he ain't got that much backing, he ain't got that much people. But yeah, this man may have the backing of Yahweh Shai. Blessed is the man whom you instruct, O Lord Yahweh Shai. Blessed. I want to be instructed, Yahweh Shai. I want to be instructed proper. When you open something, it gives you an instruction manual. Why do you have that instruction manual? Because it instructs you in the way of living, the how to do something, how to open it. Because you might get it wrong, you might lose a bit. This is the instruction manual of how to live life. I'm excited right now. I'm excited today. They've tried everything. Bro, you think there ain't been attempts on brother's life? The devil has power to kill, you know, but he can't touch your spirit. You think there hasn't been people that have tried to get you out of here? This has happened. Brothers have testimonies, bro. Testimonies. When they try to unalive certain brothers. We have testimonies of this. And we're still here today. Praise Yahweh Shai. The reason why you're still here today because you have some purpose. They were trying to get rid of you from years. Every year they're trying to get rid of brothers. This is serious. Demons operate in people. But the more we get stronger, that proves that what they're worshipping is not real. Right? This is where the truth is. This is where the truth is. Right here. Right? Stay motivated. Brother Kisha. Stay motivated. Right? Motivation time. Yeah, he likes my energy. That's why Brother's got that high energy as well. Brother Kisha. So let's go into this now. Let's check this out. And it says, this is beautiful. Blessed are you. You teach us out of your law. Read the law as well, brothers. It's not grievous to keep the law. It's not grievous. Right? That you may give him rest from the days of adversity. King David was given rest, right? From his adversities. And he had many enemies, right? Many enemies on every side. Every side. He had to go into exile. Right? But you may give him rest from the days of adversity. Until the pit is dug for the wicked. Until the pit is dug for the wicked. So the wicked dig a pit, but they're going to fall into the same pit that they have dug. They're going to fall into that pit. All right, bro, just watch things play out. Watch things play out. Over time, man and woman, sometimes they think they play the role of gods. You're going to find out the Freemasons are not gods. They're taught that, right? Self-worship, Freemasonry, self-worship, idolatry. That's what it is, idolatry. Right? You can't tell me nothing. I'm my own gods. Yeah, we are gods, but you shall die like men. Why? Because of sin. So then you're not a god if you're still in sin. Right? You've been brought down a few pegs because of sin. Right? But they'll find out soon. They'll find out soon. And yeah, we do have the power to pronounce judgment as well. That's another thing. The prophets had the power to pronounce that as well. Judgments. A lot of you get afraid to pronounce judgments. You can, but be careful what measure you meet. You can cast judgments on people. You can even curse people, man. No, listen. The prophets, they were not passive prophets. Passive. Just letting people walk over them. No. You can pronounce judgment on people, depending on the situation. And it says, check this out. Until the pit is dug for the wicked, for the Lord Jehovah will not cast off his people. He's not cast off. He's still with us. The enemy wants you to think he's not with you. Oh, no, just give up. You're surrounded. You're surrounded by the army, ex-army, cult members, traffickers. Oh, yeah, they didn't tell you about that, do they? They send traffickers, brother, to watch you as well. Why do you think in your community there'd be nothing but red, white, black cars? That's coding, man. They got lingo as well. They got signs as well, right? Come on. And then, remember, these people have symbols as well. That whole Pizzagate thing. There's symbols that go with that. With the Pizzagate, I was looking at the symbols, man. They have a curly whirly. That's a symbol of the pizza. Get curly whirly. They have a heart. Anytime you see a heart with a circle within that heart, that's the pizza gang. Remember, they have symbols. They have symbols, right? But because sure how they communicate. These demons, they communicate with each other, right? This is their kingdom. This right here. Well, you better live it up. You better enjoy it. It don't sound like he's enjoying it. Can you hear the screaming? Can you hear the guy screaming his head off? It doesn't sound like he's enjoying it. He sounds like he's under some type of pressure. See. The fear, you gotta understand the thing about fear. People that are fearful, they want you to feel that fear. People that are unsure, they want you to be unsure. And it says, who will rise up? Check this out. But judgment will return to the righteous. It's going to return to the righteous. Don't ever think, all right, I'm really seeking the Lord Jehovah Shah. I'm doing everything I can, but no good. No, good will happen. The evil's to build you up. We don't have to worry about the punishment of the wicked. That's for the wicked. That's for the wicked. Now, we will be chastised, but the Lord does it to build us up. And it says, check this out. And all the upright in heart will follow it. If you're upright, you're going to follow Yahweh Shah's laws to the best of our ability. Keep a beard on your face. Don't eat pork. That's 2 easy commandments. Now, some of you, you're not sure if you want to get circumcised. That's still an act of faith. But do think, keep the Sabbath. I struggle with that. Keeping the Sabbath. Right? But do what you can. Okay? Do what you can. Okay? There's forces out here, man. Right? And it wasn't just the prophets back then and the men of the Lord that had to deal with these things. Even the successful people within society, read their biography and it will always say they had opposition. Always say that. They had opposition. You had people that told them, no, you can't do that. There was forces. So anytime you have something that's great or spectacular or something, a breakthrough, you're always going to have the enemy that comes in and says, no, you can't do it. Pack up and yeah. But that's not supposed to deter us from our purpose at all. We're supposed to be focused on Yahweh Shai. And it says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? I don't see much men doing that. Only a handful. Who will rise up against me against the evildoers? So that means there's evildoers upon earth. Who's going to rise up against them? Huh? Who would do that? And it says, who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? So there's evildoers and there's workers of iniquity. So-called gang stalking, guess what you're going to see? Guess what you're going to see? That's corruption on its highest level. That's the workers of iniquity. You know what they were used? Let me tell you this. You know why it's the workers of iniquity? Because within this program, you're going to see utility workers doing criminal deeds, postmen, right? School teachers, right? You're going to see all types of people doing evil on this program, right? They're the workers of iniquity. That's anyone that joins in with iniquity. They're the workers of it. You know, it says workers as well. Because they work right, but they work in iniquity. Who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Are you going to stand up? Are you going to be a chicken and tuck tail? Yahushua wants his men to stand. And that's when he defends you. See, when you have faith, Yahushua defends you. We're not defenseless. You let them do their little circles and all that. That don't mean nothing. What does that mean? Because nobody can surveil you 24 hours, can they? No, you can't really do that. Especially if you're going outside. They can't do that. Okay? Because these people, they need to get up, they need to wash, they need to take the dog, they take their children to school, they need to do things, right? So how could you watch someone 24 hours? Unless you got some type of device in their skin. But some of us are being implanted, illegally implanted, some of us, by the way. You know that, right? While you were sleeping by some nanotech. You know that, right? Illegally. Experiments. Because they're also experimenting on public as well. Believe it or not. Yes. They're doing experiments on public. So let's check this out. Unless the Lord had been my help, my soul would have settled in silence. If I say my foot slips, your mercy, O Lord, will uphold me up. In the multitude of my anxieties within me, your comforts delight my soul. So even King David had anxieties, man. Worries. But this word, it comforts our soul. It's a comforter, man, with all the midst of what's going on. Listen, very chaotic times, very chaotic. The government we have is more corrupt than ever. Ever. Right, your government are basically being controlled by AI. You look at these presenters and all that, and don't talk to me about useless as well. Because you got people that run news, what do you call it? News outlets. They have these news outlets, and it's all day, and you're sitting down under mind control all day. That's fucking useless to me. Reciting the same script. Reciting the same river. Oh, it's the Met Office. We got a little bit of snow here and there. It's all programming. It's all programming. When you come into the truth, Romans 12, beseech you, brethren, by the mercy of the Lord, that you offer your bodies a living and reasonable sacrifice, and be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So when you're transformed, you break old programming. You break that old programming. And when you do that, you become a game changer. They get very upset about that. Very upset. Because now you have the ability to basically sway others in a good way. Right? A lot of people are still under heavy programming. Heavy. That's why they just follow. They don't question nothing. They just follow what their handler tells them. That's all. They just follow what their handler tells them. They don't question things. Hey, we have to question things out here, man. Stop being so gullible. That yeah. Learn to say no sometimes, man. It's just a simple believe every word. You got the ex-army out here as well. You got the barracks. They send in the barracks. They send in, Yeah, they're doing this, bro, from Biggins Hill and the fort bases. It's the army. I've told you that already. So hold on a minute. If you have an army base sent out to you, then that means you're a high level risk assessment, right, or something like that. You must be you could be on some list. Someone saw you. We got to keep an eye on this person. This person's a danger to the kingdom of darkness. Right? This guy's a danger, but not in a bad way, right? Not in a bad way, but in a way that they know who they serve. To be in the army, there's the people that are in the military. They're Luciferians. They're Luciferians. Same with the police. They're Luciferians. They worship Lucifer. Isaiah 14. Oh, Lucifer, how are you cast down to the ground? Oh, morning star, that did weakest the nations. How did it weaken the nations? By its philosophies, by democracy. Democracy is supposed to be for the people. The people are supposed to decide. But now, someone could be elected. You have a false election within Britain. That's all rubbish. Because guess who elects your the next one that's going to be, guess who decides that? Guess who decides that? The elites. You don't decide it. Democracy is for the people, right? So Apparently, you're supposed to have enough votes, and you're supposed to put it in there. But your vote don't count. You know why? Because whoever they want in office is going to go into office to fulfill their agenda. And if they don't keep up with that, guess what happens? Guess what happens? They get moved on. They get moved on. Let me just change the thing a minute. Got to switch this up here, Baba Kisha. Because they're trying to beam something towards my head as well. I tell you, they do that as well. They do illegal experiments on people, try to beam people in their heads with some MK Ultra technology and all that. Even when you're out here, they try to do that stuff. Right? Yeah, but letting it be known, man. Right? Running psychological operations on people, man. With government money. With government budgets. Right? This is real. And it says, if I say my foot slips, your mercy, O Lord Yahushua, will hold me up. Shall the throne of iniquity. They're on the throne of iniquity. That's where they are. Which devises evil by law, have fellowship with you. The answer is no. The throne of iniquity can't have the same, bro. You can't have two kings sitting on the throne. Yahushua's coming. He's, listen, kings of kings, lords of lords, prince of princes, man. I declare unto you. They gather together against the life of the righteous. It's telling you what these people do. They characteristics. They gather together. You know about the program, right? Red, blue, the blue, the sniffing, scratching head, the rubbing the eye. And as I said that, what, you got red and blue. Boy, I didn't see that. Bro, the Holy Spirit don't lie. They got the color codes as well. That's programming. Everybody has a programming, and it's different, right? Everybody has a spiritual signature, and it's different, and a unique signature. The elect have that very unique signature. This way, a lot of it is programming. Satan's programming, because he wants to get you back in the system so he can have you. This is his system. This is why these people are fighting so hard to protect it. Just like the Matrix. It says that in the Matrix, they fight so hard to protect it. These are your agents. They're agents. You got to see it like that. Can you hear it? Can you hear the guy screaming? Like, the man's manifesting, bro. You got people manifesting. I'm just teaching the words. You should have seen the last time I come out here. There was a child screaming, going, "Ah!" You hear that? All the manifestations. But guess what? When you hear that, shaking things in the spiritual realm. Who will write? Hold on. They gather together against the life of the righteous. This so-called gang stalking stuff, it's groups of people. You know, it's organizations, right? That gather against one person. So that one person must be flipping powerful. Or what's in them must be powerful. Come on, bro. We are brothers. Listen. We're powerful, man. You're powerful. Beyond measure. You got to tap into it. You got to know who you are. Not arrogance, confidence. And we are fully competent. That's another thing. We're fully competent. We're not incompetent. If you were incompetent, you wouldn't have gotten this far. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Yeah. And it says, where was I? Mm. And condemn the innocent blood. So they're trying to condemn you. Gangs, but let me tell you something. Long story short, gang stalking is based on basically monitoring you, trying to call your bluff. Like basically, you know, it's designed to make, you know what, they need to watch everything. And the good thing about it is they don't know your every move. If it's being done because you're not easily accessible, most people that gang stalk, they're not easily accessible. So it's also being done to call your bluff, to show people, oh, see, he's no different from us. We know his every move. So that's another reason it's done, to try to neutralize you and make you inefficient. That's all done by the enemy. More people are finding out about this type of stuff, right? Because if they can't kill you, then they try to neutralize you, right? That's what you do in an army. The whole goal is to neutralize the enemy by any means necessary. Neutralization. So you become ineffective. So they want you to be as much ineffective as possible. That's what you do in war, right? Make the enemy ineffective. That's what they do. But guess what? By the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, I still got a smile on my face, and it's a genuine smile, and we're still thriving. And a lot of the things I've wanted to accomplish, I've accomplished. I've set goals and I accomplished them goals. But it's not the ends yet. We have more to accomplish. Right? You know what they try to do? They try to minimalize. These people want to minimalize. If they can't minimalize, they want to keep you in a box. Yeah. Contain him. That's power. You only have to contain. You only try to contain something that's powerful. But the Lord Jehovah is my defense. He's my defense. Let's switch this back round now. Just had to do that because the frequencies. The Lord Jehovah is my defense, man. He's my defense. Right? And I greatly rejoice in Yahweh Shai. Come on. Come on. Like that Pound Sterling song. They say I couldn't do it. Better I went and done it. We go harder, harder. We go harder. Come on. Ain't no giving up. There ain't no giving up. Come on, bro. There ain't no giving up. Because, bro, the worst things that could have happened to you, to some of us, have already happened. We've been in life and death situations. You've been threatened. You've had gangsters come after you. But bro, we've been tortured. What's the worst that can happen? When you've went through all of that, bro, you have the ability now to really shift things in the dynamic of the spirit. Bro, the only thing is you have to have faith. Because you've been through pretty much everything. Bro, you were being tested. There was people testing you, unbeknownst to some of us. Told you that the elector, like the Supermans, the Batmans, the Supermans, the Spider-Mans, the Marvels. That's who you are. And you have these unique spiritual gifts as well. But you need to know how to use it. Yeah, there's frequency coming from somewhere. Hold on just a minute. Let's bend this up. There's definitely some frequencies being beamed from some. I think it's coming from that route. Because I can kind of slightly feel it brushing past my ear. Right? Because they do that as well to lower people's energy flow. So you're going to see a lot of that as well. That's happening. Lowering people's energy. Because guess what? Another thing. We have different abilities. Some of you have the abilities. Let's go. Hold on. Let's check this out. Some of us have different abilities and different gifts. And these gifts are that they differ. These gifts differ. Right? Some of you are healers, natural healers. You know that, right? Some of you are natural healers. Just your presence, you can heal people. Some of you are prophets. Some of you are like mind readers. You have a high level of discernment where you could read minds. You could read people very well. These are gifts. These are gifts, right? And we got to use those gifts. We got to use those gifts, right? And don't neglect it. Don't neglect them gifts. Because they were given from who? Yahweh Shai. Neglect not the gift that was given to thee by the laying of the hand of the presbyteries. We have gifts, man. And are you using it? Are you just leaving it? You got to use it. Okay. See what else we got. Um. Yeah. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is Psalm 7. Arise, O Lord, Yahushua, in your anger. Lift up yourself up because of the rage of my enemies. We also got people, right? They have discrepancies on how we do things. They want us to do it their way. So they start slamming doors, which is a psychological abuse, by the way. If you're someone that always slamming stuff, they call that venting, right? Or projection. So you got people that love to slam doors, right? But you see, why people are doing that because they can't they don't want to verbalize. Well, the time if there's a problem, you should be able to verbalize it. So you got people that slam door. That's not verbalizing anything. That just shows that you're emotionally immature. Yeah, you got 50, 40-year-olds, man. Slam the door. Slam. Hey, listen, man. We're in a different time right now. And it says, check this out. Where was I? We was on Psalms, right? So this is Psalm 7 and 6. Arise, O Lord, in your anger. Lift up yourself because of the rage of my enemies. Rise up for me to the judgment you have commanded. So he will do that, right? He's going to plead our cause. Our rightful cause. He's pleading our cause, man. Yeah, I'm just doing that. You see how they put on the music now as well. You see how they put on the music, right? They're trying to they don't want to hear this. They're trying to muzzle this truth. Shows you how powerful it is. Because if they're wicked, it reflects them. We become a mirror to certain people. You know that, right? We become a mirror. Whether you know it or not, you become a mirror to people that are unhealed, that got all types of demons up in their inward parts. You become that mirror. Not that we seek to, but it's just the way it goes, right? You are the anomaly. You are the what? Neo. You do things different. You're different. They're trying to trap you, bro. Right? I've seen it, bro. When I've been out, I've had utility workers, construction workers. Just as I'm riding past, they would quickly jump out the car or run across the road. It's like they need to be there. That's a simulation. They want you in. They want you in their timeline. Remember the elect. We can switch timelines. How? John. Right? Actually, Colossians, set your affections on things that are above, not on things on earth. So when you're setting your affections on things above, guess what? Puts you in a different timeline. Oh, you could be in the same place as these people, but you're in a different timeline because their mind's still in the 3D. The elect, their mind's supposed to be in the 5D. So what they were trying to do is the whole synchronization is to get you in their timeline. You gotta understand how this is all done. And a lot of this is done through technology as well. That's how they're able to keep up with you in the timelines, by prediction. Algorithms. There's algorithms now, brothers. Right? This is how they're doing this. Technology, bro. That's now taking over. Right? Algorithm. Right? The algo. This is how this is being done. Right? Algorithms. It's just based on predictability, what you do. So don't go to the same store 5 times a week. If you go to that store 5 times a week, the algo, which we know within these stores, they also got sensors and algorithms and trackers and all them things there. So it knows if you've been to that store twice, it's gonna know, right? It's gonna know. So that's why you got to switch up things because it's predicting patterns. Remember, technology is taking over now. AI, transhumanism as well. Well, transhumanism is turning man into an immortal. But when you do that, you're going against God's laws because only the Heavenly Father can make you immortal. How? Through you keeping the words of the Lord. We're going to be immortal forever. Let this man walk past. Let this man walk past with his child now. So we're going to be immortal forever. Right? Forever. Ever. Yeah, let this man walk past with his child. We're going to be immortal forever. Right? Without fail.
Hello.
Look at show. And Baba Kusha, he's focused right now, Baba Kusha. So we're gonna be immortal forever, right? And children are, let me tell you something, children are a gift from the Lord as well. Let me tell you that as well. All of our children are gonna be righteous in the kingdom. All of them. A child is telling you, we're gonna go to that as well, the promises. You're gonna have children that are gonna live forever. And within them children, we're gonna have nations as well. Right? Real talk, man. Okay? We're gonna be blessed. But let's stay on topic. Mhm. So this is Psalms 7. And we're gonna jump to this, Baba Kishore. It says, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. It says it, right? Let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. So it's all coming to an end now. This is why you're going to see so much damage control. You're going to see that. When you're doing certain lessons, right? You could be somewhere far. You're returning back to your location. You got car popping out here, popping out there, and this and there. Hey, bro, I believe a lot of it is AI. A lot of it is AI. A lot of this is AI. You're being timed, right? You've seen it, right? You pop out a corner, someone would just come out of that same corner. You could be walking or riding, someone will pull up in that driveway where they live, they pull up in that driveway at the same time. How is that being done, man? Um, it's called familiar spirits, psychics, familiar spirits, and technology. That's how that's being done. I told you, bro. We live in what do you call it? What's the It begins with a H. It begins with a H. It begins with a H. I forgot the name now. Is it a holographic? Is it holographic? No, it's something else. Right? But this earth is a portal. And it could be a portal for demons. When they crack the sound barrier to open up spirits, well, they do that as well, you know. Try to crack that sound barrier to invite demons on the earth. Right? Oh, holographic, I think it's called. Hologram. So this earth we're living in is similar to like a hologram. You know that, right? Living in a hologramic society. Yeah, hologram, Brother Kisha. And the people are portals, can be used as portals as well. The Freemasons. That's why when you see the Freemasons, they look like zombies, right? They're just walking about. Okay. So let's see what else we got. Um, I'll let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish you just. And the wickedness is coming to an end now. It's all coming to an end. Right? It's all coming to an end. All that wickedness now. Right? Playtime's over. Yahweh has come to deliver his elect now. Okay. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. We're living in exciting. It's exciting times. It's really some listen. It's really some exciting times. Right? We just need to stay locked into the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Right? They don't want to war against God. They don't really want to do that. Because that's just it's a losing battle. It's a losing battle. Just endure. Endure. There's a lot of people that doubted us and he couldn't do it. He ain't gonna. And this was 5 years. It might have been 5 years, 4 years. Oh, he can't do it. Look how far some of us have came. And some of these people still want to cast out. Let me check the time. They just want to cast out. But the Lord has listen. He's called us for a bigger, something bigger. Something bigger. Not to be mediocre, but for something bigger to do. And we can't let anything and anybody stop that. Stop caring about the opinions of man, because the opinions of man are futile. The opinions of man are futile and they hold no weight. See what else we got. Psalms 5. But let all those who rejoice put their trust in you. Let them ever shout for joy because you defend them. Let those also who love your name be joyful in you. For you, O Lord, will bless the righteous. And with favor you will surround him as with a shield. So you're surrounded with a shield. And you're surrounded with that favor. Don't forget that. You got favor on your life, brother. Some of you got favor. The favor of Yahweh Shai, right? Favor. See what else we got. John 3 and 18. He who believes in him is not condemned, but he who does not believe is condemned already. So you're right. If you don't believe, you're already condemned already. If you believe in him, you're not condemned. Remember, Yahweh is an intercessor, man. Because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world. And men love darkness rather than light. So you're going to find that there's a lot of men, so-called men, that love darkness rather than light. They love that darkness, man. Love it. When the light comes, they start acting up. They start acting up when that light comes. Right? They're like, it's too bright. They're like, turn it off. You know them Dracula films, right? Where they're like, you have to cross in the light and they're like, that's how they are when the light comes out. It's too much for them. They can't handle it. But the light has come into the world and men love darkness rather than light. They love darkness rather than light. So that darkness would be some form of sin, right? That's what they love. That's what they love. When you come around, they have to get straight. They straighten up the back. But when you're not around, they're probably doing all types of dark deeds when you're not around. Right? So this is real. Right? Wickedness is being exalted. But we got to exalt righteousness. You understand? That's what we got to exalt. And it says, and the light that's coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than because their deeds were evil. Because your deeds are evil. So that's why they hate the light. They'd rather just do these dark, dirty deeds, right? And rejoice in them deeds. We don't. We want to get out of that. Now we go off, but we're not reveling in wickedness. We're not bathing in sin. We're not bathing in sin. But you gotta understand that we're not doing that. These people, they just wanna, wallow. They wanna wallow in the dirt. That's what they want. That doest thy will spirit. Where's that gonna get you? That's what got us in captivity. That's what got us in captivity. That's what got us in the situation that we are in. Because of disobedience. Come out of the ways of this world. Come out of the ways of this world. Come back to Yahweh Shai. He's the only way. John 11, I am the way, truth, and life. No man can come to the Father but by me. He's the only way. There's no other way. There's no alternative way. People always say that. Oh, there's many ways to serve God. No, there's not. Oh, but there's many ways. No, there's not. Yahweh says, I am the way, the truth, and life. There's nothing outside of that. You hear this guy still screaming his head off this guy's still screaming his head off like, I don't. He's still screaming his head off like a gorilla on the heat or something. You know what I'm saying? People are so emotional these days, so imbalanced, bro. They have no control over their spirit, just impulsive. We're gonna shut off soon because I want to reserve my energy. And we might do another lesson. 11:42 is still quite early, so we might get into another lesson. But hold on. So there's a lot of men that hate light. And they love darkness, man. They love them darkness. They love reveling in that darkness. Then when you come around, they feel in a particular way. What? They fall away. All right. Let's see what else we got. They've done the psychological warfare, all them things, man, on steroids. I've seen it. Psalm 73, they scoff and speak wickedly concerning oppression. Oh yeah, they're lazy, they're useless, and they're this and that. Yeah. Start having these phone conversations, trying to get you set up. People are wicked, man. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. That's all programming, man. It's all programming. You're like a zombie. They speak loftily. They sit their mouth against the heavens. Start, and you know what they start enchanting? Die. That's what they start saying to people. Die. Well, what the hell is in you? Right? That's some demon in you, man. That's some demon in you saying that. Right? And against the heavens, and their tongue walks throughout the earth. So how does their tongue walk throughout the earth? By them speaking. Right? They're all around. Therefore his people return hair and waters of a full cup are drained by them, and they say, how does God know? Is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who are always at ease. They increase in riches. That's what's happened. They're increasing in riches. They're increasing with many riches, man. Right? Oh, you got a couple more behind me, Brother Kisha. So they're increasing in riches. And it says, check this out. They increase in riches. Surely I have cleansed my heart in vain. I wash my hands in all innocence. I wash my hands of all innocence. Because now we spoke the truth. So I'm washing my hands. My hands are clean. Right? Wash my hands in innocence. And it says, for all day long I have been plagued and chastened every morning. So some of us, we're also going to get plagued and chastised in the morning. But it's not to destroy us, it's to build us up. And if he said, Baba Kishar, I will speak thus, behold, I have been untrue to the generation of your children. When I ought how to understand this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of God. Then I understood their end. So when David went into the sanctuary, then he understood their end. And it says the triumphing of the wicked is short. So it's a short triumphing. The triumphing is, it's not forever. You understand? It's a short triumphing. I told you how they send this army, bro. Where is army base? How far is this army base? We gotta see how far it is, bro. Where it is? Is it Biggin Hill? I bet it's Biggin Hill, isn't it? Because they got one around the corner, Biggin Hill, right? And it says, they sit their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walks through the earth. It says it. Their tongue. So this by conversations that are being had. Okay. And they say, how does God know? Is there any knowledge in the Most High? So they're like, how does God know all these things? Because he's God, you fool. That's how he knows. Oh, does he really know? Yeah, he knows everything. Even the hairs on your head are numbered. Behold, these are the ungodly who are always at ease, they increase in riches. If I had said I will speak thus, behold, I would have been untrue to the generation of your children. When I thought, how understand this, it was too painful for me. When he understood their end, surely you set them in slippery places. And this is heavy, because that's that woman and that man was walking past. They were kind of slipping. This is slippery ground. You set them in slippery places, in places to fall, uncertain, shaky. Remember, this system it has a shaky foundation. Come on. And it says, check this out. You cast them down to destruction. Oh, how are they brought to desolation? As in the moment, they are utterly consumed with terrors, as a dream when one awakes. So the Lord Yahushua, when you awake, you shall despise their image, and Yahushua does despise their image, because what's their image today? Look at Prince Andrew. Look at Prince Andrew. What's their image, bro? Bro, this is supposed to be a prince, right? Look at Prince Andrew. Look at that, bro. That's a shame to Britain, bro. And then you got the Mandelson. Then you got the Mandelson case. And it's a politician. So look at the state. How does that make? Listen, that's why Esau is not as holy as he makes it. He's not holy at all. He's profane. As a profane as Esau that sold his own birthright for what? For what? Yeah, all that Pizzagate stuff. We're gonna get some pizza. We're gonna get some pizza tonight. Some pizza. Mama Kisha. Mama Kisha, what's the other code word they use? Pizza. And what's the other one? What's the other one? And some onions. Let's get some onion. Some onion and some pizza. Extra pepperoni. We're not supposed to be eating no pepperoni. We get a pepperoni pizza. Mama Kisha. I want it. Some salads. We get some salads, Mama Kisha. They got code names. They got code names in it. The pizza means we're having a pizza party today. There's just going to be a lot of children around there. Children are beautiful. They're a gift from the Lord, but you got to be careful what you're doing. You have to be careful out here, man. Right? Are you sure when Boris Johnson was having that parties, they said they was having what type of party was he having? You remember that? When was that? 2000 and was it 18? Remember he got told off for having was it a tea party? I even doubt that was a tea party. They have all types of parties, man. I was speaking to a woman, this was about 2-3 months ago. She was telling me personally that she was invited to a sex party. A sex party in London, and there's many of them that are in London. Many. So this is one big freak show. Okay? So remember, these people, they use code names as well. That Pizzagate thing is a huge part of this kingdom. Huge part. Right? So that's one of the code names. Pizza means it equals little girl. We're going to have some pizza tonight. Mama Kisha. Come on. Mama Kisha. They're not going to like that. But that's what I'm here to do. Right? Shake things up a little bit. Right? With some extra onions. I want some onions as well. Oh yeah, another term they use is hot dog. Right? That's another term for children. We're going to get some hot dogs as well. Get the hot dogs. Mama Kisha. See, Satan hates this. See? This is why he's going to come after you, because you're exposing his kingdom and his tactics. There's much more that's going to come out as well. Right? What's the man's name? John Podesta. He runs a Pizza Hut company, bro. Oh, so his name is John Podesta, and he runs pizza. And what's the other guy as well? Shit, I forgot his name. Right? I'm telling you, bro, this kingdom's dark. This kingdom's dark. And a lot of those children are getting sacrificed as well. You know, a lot of these children that go missing, man. Why is there so many children got Madeleine McCann? How long has that case been going on for now? That case has been going on for long. Madeleine McCann. They can't find her. Right? They still can't find her. She was being trafficked, man. They either trafficked her or they got her killed. Right? Come on. You just have a child that just ends up missing. Come on. What else have we got now? Let's get back on point. Because I think I've got enough attention on me. I don't want to bring extra attention on me now. Because you know they watch my videos as well, right? They watch our content and they get emotional. Oh, why did he say it? Why did he have to say it like that? And why did he have to do it like that? They try to control. You've got people that want to control narratives. Huh? So, yeah, this kingdom, there's a lot of things going on. A whole lot of things going on. This Baruch, chapter 2 and 32. And they shall praise me. This is heavy, 31. And shall I know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shai, their God, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. I will give them a heart and ears to hear. He's given us that, right? To perceive what's being said. Right? and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity. So we're praising Yahushua in the land of, of we're praising the Lord Yahushua in the land of our captivity. Okay? And we're scattered. We're scattered everywhere. So right there, I'm in Britain. This is the land of our captivity. But we're still praising the Lord Yahushua with all our might, with all our soul. You see what else we got? And their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers who have sinned before the Lord. So now we'll remember who we are now. We're coming back to our nationality. Right? And you're probably thinking, why am I out in a little hidden space in the woods today? You're probably thinking, why? Because it's not about fame. It's not about fame. Yahushua, yeah, he was out there, but he wasn't out on the streets all the time. A lot of the time, he was withdrawn from the public. And he said, when he would heal people, he said, tell no man that you even spoke to me, and just go your way. See? Are you really, brothers that believe, are you really moving that Yahushua? No offense, most of these men that have these camps, they're not listening to what Yahushua is saying. There was a certain way Yahushua conducted himself. There was a certain way he moved when he was upon earth as well. There was a certain way, there was a certain conduct. He was out there, but he knew when to withdraw from the public. He knew about all these things. And it was through wisdom. That's how he was operating. So we got to have the same wisdom that Yahushua was operating in. That same wisdom. That's what we have to do. Right? Apply wisdom. And we're going to speak about Yahushua. What was he doing when he was upon earth? Right? What was he doing? So let's continue. And think upon my name. What's the Lord's name? There's arguments about this. Some saying his name is Joshua. Some saying it's Jesus. Some saying it's Isa. His name is Yahushua. That's his name. His name is Yahushua, in who I reverence. All right? And it says, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord Yahushua. So now we're remembering the way of our fathers that did sin before Yahushua. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be laws of it. That's the promises. Right? That's the promises. Bring him back into our land. Okay? I'm being brought back to our land now. And it says, and I will establish them. I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. So we're gonna be increased. You understand that, brothers? We're gonna be increased. And they shall not be diminished, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to their gods, and they shall be my people. Truly be my people. And I will no more drive my people out of the land that I've given them. We're not going to be driven back out. Whilst we remain in the land, we're going to stay in that land forever. This is the promises, but you can feel it in the air. You can feel that transition, right? Of energy, how this whole shifts now. Darkness is now in the time where darkness is being revealed now. That's why you don't dim your light, please, whatever you do. We're going to go to Matthew 5 and 14. Please don't dim your light. Right? Because when you're doing that, what are you doing? You're doing it to make others feel comfortable. Don't dim it. Because guess what? The brighter it is, the more protection you have. And the brighter it is, the more that's coming out. Well, whether you dim it or not, the Lord's is Yahushua is still faithful, so the word's still going to come out anyway. Okay? Let's go to Matthew 5 and 14. It says, you are the light of the world. We are the light of this world. A light. Can you imagine that? Of the world. Woo-hoo. Right? It says, a city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. So, we're also a city in view. People see you. People see you. Even though they might not mention, people see you. A city that is set on the hill cannot be hidden, nor do they light a lamp and put it on a basket, but on a lampstand, and it gives light to all that are in the house. And I'm saying that right now because what do I have? The candles. So I have candles here, and I'm going to put these candles on a stand. So it gives light unto all that are in the house. That's what we're likened unto. Right? Bro, I'm pumped up. Pumped up now. Brothers, don't dim your light. Oh, well, but. I know when I go out, they're going to be here, they're going to be there, they're going to say this. You're dimming your light. You're dimming your light for strangers. Right? And it says, check this out. Nor do they light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a lampstand. And it gives light to all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. So we got to glorify our Father, Yahweh, in heaven. Right? And let's talk about more what's going on as well within the news and so forth. Yeah, but it's a distraction. Big time. It's a big distraction. Now you got the Epstein files, but there's also many more players. Many more faces are coming out. Many more faces. There's a picture with Michael Jackson and Epstein. Interesting, right? There's a picture with Epstein and Bill Gates. There's a picture with Epstein and I think it's Jay-Z. There's a picture of Epstein and the singer, talented singer called, what was his name? Prince. Bro, names are coming out now. Names are coming out now. Now, all we got to do now is wait for the people in the... Listen. Now, just wait for the people in the UK. Who are these public figures in the UK now? Because once them names come out, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Baba Kishore, they're hiding things, bro. Remember, this system, they're all connected. They're all connected. It's going to be a wrap. Alright? So let's see what else we got. Let your light so shine before men. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let this light shine. Okay. And it says that they may see your good works and glorify your Father, which is in heaven. All praise belongs to Yahweh Shai. That's giving us this truth. Right? We declare Yahweh Shai unto you. We do not declare our own works. We declare Yahweh Shai. Right? And his mercy and his truth. Check the time. Right? Yeah, we're irritating, we're annoying. I have people say, oh, it's annoying. Yeah, we're supposed to be annoying. We're supposed to be annoying them demons in you, man. We're supposed to be irritating them demons in you, man. Oh, it's so annoying. Yeah, we're supposed to be doing that. Right? We're supposed to be rattling a few fetters. Because if you're not doing that, then guess what? There's a problem. Right? Because I heard people say that as well. Oh, it's annoying me. Well, no. It's not you, it's annoying. It's the demons that are in you that are getting annoyed. That's what it is. Alright? Because it's the same thing when Yahweh Shai was teaching as well. There was riots that were breaking out. Even with Paul the prophet. There was rioting that was happening among Paul. That's why Paul, guess what? He needed the centurions to take him out of that particular place. Because if he didn't take him out, guess what would have happened? Paul would have got pulled apart. So there's always been skirmishes and uproars whenever the prophets would teach. And Paul was stoned to death as well. And carried out of that city. Okay. Come on. This is all spiritual, man. Everything we're saying is spiritual. We're not making it up. So let's go to Joel 2:12. Now therefore, says the Lord Yahweh, turn to me with all your heart. And they're wearing black as well. People wearing all black as well. Because they try to cast shadows. That stuff ain't working. Yeah, put on some black. That was scaring. Bro, what else do you want to know about this program? Oh, let me tell you something else. Let's go back into that topic. Right? Why are children? Why is there such a big thing with these children? Let me tell you something. Why are children such a high commodity within Satan's kingdom? Well, the first reason, you want to know what? Because of their innocency. Now, in Job it says, whoever perished that was innocent. So there's really no one else innocent. But they have an innocency. Second thing, because their energy source. Children are very vibrant. So, what would a Satanist, what would be the main commodity for a Satanist? Especially seeing they don't have an energy source. It would be children, right? Because they have high energy levels, right? This is why they were scared him. I've seen it. I've seen a man. Well, you actually have with Epstein. I've seen the video. Epstein is chasing. I think it doesn't show the face of a child, but it's covering. But it's a child. He's chasing the child round the dining table, basically. And I think this child is screaming. And I saw this in the UK. I'm not lying. I saw a man chasing a child, and his child was screaming, going, "Ah!" They love that because they get a kick out of it. It's like energy. So the Satanists, their highest commodity within this realm is children. That's why that Pizzagate thing is so high. That's why there's so much that partake in it, because that's the main source. They're full of energy. I don't want to say innocent, or if they were innocent, they become corrupted over time. So that's why they harvest them. And another thing, there's something called breeding. We're going to go into it. There's something called breeding. So let me tell you something. With a lot of these women, you're going to see them pregnant. All different women and so forth. They have breeding programs, man. Right? So you could have one woman. This is what they're doing now. With the whole program, with the trafficking program, what they're doing is, let me bring this out. Hold on. Yeah, you have breeding programs where you can have one woman and she's getting bred by 5 different men and she's having these babies, and this is how they're doing the human trafficking. And basically, they're moving from town to town. It's like, well, we're going to come visit you in Swindon. You can look after our child and we'll look after your child. So you have breeding programs as well. Right? Like you could have one mother, and this one mother has like 5 different men. They're breeding. They're breeding. Right? Type in MK Ultra sex kitten program. They're breeding black males as well. Right? But I try not to watch that stuff because all that is pornography. It lowers it. These are sex cults as well. They're breeding. Because there's there's massive money in that. If one woman, you could just impregnate that woman different, and they just, and some of these children, some of them, not all, they get sacrificed. Some of the children get sacrificed, right? Or they sell them to another family because there's big money in buying children, right? Let's go to this Baba Kishar. I'm telling you, there's breeding programs, man. That's called MK Ultra Sex Kittens. They called it Monarch Project Monarch, right? So don't get it twisted. You might see a man with a child. That's not the father, but he's holding her hand. That's not the father. They're breeding out here. They're breeding. This is a breeding ground now, right? You also have example. You have a best friend. And I know it sounds a bit sick. Your best friend will say, do you want to sleep with my wife? I'll breed your wife and you can breed my wife. This is what they're doing this. They're doing this, brother Kishar. Right? Like one big orgy. But that's why we need to get out of here. Yahweh Shai, deliver us. It's like one big orgy party. They're breeding. Right? And there's no such thing as reptilians. This whole thing. Reptilian snakes. There's no such thing as reptilian breeds. Now, there is a serpent seed. That means the seed of the devil. Let's see what else we got. They're not gonna like me because of this, brother. They're not gonna like me for this, brother. They're doing this. They're breeding, brother Kishore. Let's see what we got. Hold on. They're breeding up the place. What? Let's see what else we got. They're breeding. They're breeding. They're breeding up the place, man. Baba Kishar. Popping up bare children. Huh? Hold on just a minute. Okay. I just want to go more in depth in this. But yeah, they play a huge role. That's why you're gonna hear about different things within society. Oh, you're always gonna hear a child. This child was this, and you're always gonna hear that. You're always gonna hear something like that come out. But this is what's being hidden. This is part of the veil. That's what's being hidden. So we're gonna go to 2 Ezra 7. 2 Ezra 7. And I want to make sure I'm getting the right one. 34. But judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand, and the faith shall wax strong. So this is standing. This truth is standing. Let me switch over to this side. If I feel any frequencies, I have to switch it back over again. So the truth is standing. And this is the truth. You got this guy behind me as well. I'm looking sure. So the truth is standing, brothers. It's definitely standing, brother Kisha. And it's firm. That's why I always say stand on truth. Always stand on truth. No matter about the kickback, always stand on truth. Always. Don't shun from it. Right? That's a foundation. You're supposed to have some type of foundation within this. The truth is the foundation. Right? Don't curl up in a fetus position or scared to speak the truth, man. Because you may be speaking things that people they've never heard. And they may need to hear it. Okay? So there's a lot of things happening. Right? But judgment shall remain strong, and the work shall follow. And the reward shall be shown, and the good deeds shall be of force. And the wicked deeds shall bear no rule. So the good deeds shall be of force. So guess what our thoughts are? The good deeds. The good deeds. That's where the force is. The force is in the word. The spirit. So we're going to have to shut off because my battery's running low. And I'm really hoping this is edifying. Really, really hoping it's edifying. So it says, and the wicked deeds shall bear no rule. So we're in that time. Let's go to verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time and the beginning of immortality for it to come. The beginning of immortality to come. Key thing. Everlasting life. The beginning of it. And it says, check this out. Intemperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown. The truth is sprung up. There shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory. So the victory is already written. Now we got to walk in that victory. Right? I'm living in victory. So I'm going to shut off here. And until the next time, Shalom. Shalom.